monetizing the video tonight when I'm playing this copyright music. Oh, why? Because we're playing Tiffany? Well, fuck you then. Let's play the old music, you fucking dick. Holy. Stick around, we're about to do a live show in like 5 minutes. We're gonna start. We're just building up the audience. It's the Tiffany show, by the way. Awesome. Yeah, welcome to the fuck zone. Well, that's arguable, but thank you.
Japanese ogre mask. Japanese ogre mask. Japanese ogre mask. Japanese ogre mask.
Two Japanese ogre masks holding hands, right? That's right, fuck you, Brooklyn Menace, and to everybody else, what's up, and welcome back to another episode of Positive Fuck. How do we do it? This one? This one. This one. This one. This one. This one. Positive Vibes Live! I am your Positive Vibes host, not Slim One, and this week it is the Tiffany Show. And if you're under the age of fucking 35, what is the Tiffany Show? Well, baby, I think we're alone now. This week, unfortunately, we do not have the Iceman with us in person. Maybe he will show up in the chat. And Spooky's already coming out of the gate with the heat. But put the Iceman on blast. I guess he's got a pooping problem. He said he was going for colonoscopy tomorrow, and that he's just fucking doing a lot of pooping. And that's what's up with him. So you got me for the next hour. We're here. I'm here. You're there. We're doing the damn thing. And I hate awkward silences, but I gotta come out of the gate with the fucking smoke. So let's get lit, fam. Oh, boom. No, this one. This one. Okay, so we're definitely gonna talk about this guy. This, his name is, Justin, I believe. We're definitely gonna talk about him, Spooky. Trust me. Also on the show, I've got nothing officially planned. Naming the show The Tiffany Show was about as far as I got with the planning of the episode. So I hope that you'll enjoy dealing with only me. You know what's weird is when the Iceman is here and he doesn't fucking say anything, he still says like one or two sentences, which is engaging me, which stimulates a thought process to continue speaking. When the Iceman isn't here fucking stimulating me, you know, on camera, I don't draw blank. Definitely don't draw blank, but I feel like I do draw blanks. Like right now, I feel like I'm a fucking idiot and we just started the show. But let me get this dab in me so that I can start fucking freeballing about anything that's on my mind, like this guy Justin I just said. Also, Iceman, if you're out there watching the show right now, everybody hopes that you feel better and that your colonoscopy goes well. But like, you know, douching your butt with a bottle of sparkling water to go get banged by a dude, that's not really a colonoscopy, bro. I'm just saying. Lee, you would care about Ice's ass.
Don't forget about us. We are here to converse it too.
Converse it. Yeah, I got you, fam. Let's talk. What do you want to talk about? I'm going to talk about everything y'all want to talk about. It's definitely going to be a slower paced show while I actually pay attention to the majority of the chat tonight.
I'm here, what's good?
Some young guy. That's the guy. Some young guy. What up, G?
That sweet as truck hood.
Toppy. The Toppy, yeah. Okay, some young guy is the guy. We were just literally talking about him.
Topic of discussion, LOL vid treatment.
Yeah, okay, so some young guy, everything that I already said about you on the video publicly is already public, and you and I had we've had more than one extended private conversation since the video came out on Monday. So I'm just going to talk about you now. Like, everything that I've already said in the video, I'm going to bring that up. I usually don't censor myself, so if you find me saying something that you may not like, you can make a comment about it in this video chat, and when I obtain that information, I'll consider it. Okay, so is that the topic that everybody wants to start with? Like, talking about some young guy and Spooky the Fun Guy and all that shit that I was talking about on Monday? With Spooky messaging some young guy. I'm just gonna call some young guy Justin because that's his name. But I don't remember. Spooky the Fun Guy messaged me a few times privately on the Not Slim 1 account. I definitely know what his fucking first name is, but I can't remember it at this time. So Justin and Spooky. So Spooky sent Justin a message on the Fago Lovers forums that was basically like, oh, do you know Blake? He's from Canada. Maybe he can help you with a ride. Because I guess it was, I don't know. I actually have no idea, and I'm 100% speculating here. But I've got to assume that it was like a Juggalo ride share thread on a Fago Lovers forum. The semantics of that actually don't even matter. So, okay, so Spooky,
the sign of the horns.
What's up? Two Brooklyn Menaces holding hands. Okay, so Spooky sent Justin a message in a public way on a forum in Fago Lovers saying, hey, Blake's going to the gathering and he's from Canada. Maybe he can offer you a ride. Then read the thread then. Yeah, it's...
Let's get this guy on the show. It's literally 5 posts.
And I got sent 2 of the 5 posts, so it doesn't matter then. It seems like probably an insignificant thread. Okay, so anyway, Spooky sends this fucking message publicly to Justin, and he's like, yo, maybe Blake can help you. And then Justin's like, yo, I'll give it a shot. Thanks for the hookup on the information. What's up, Scott Curry? And so, so that's exactly how that shit went down. Fucking Justin messaged me and was asking me some questions about the gathering. And what I ended up doing was I went to his Facebook account and I started fucking scrolling through it and reading what was publicly available. I wanted to gauge this guy as a human being based off the information and the fucking...
What that dude who wants a ride.
Scott, the guy that wants a ride is in the chat right now. His name is Some Young Guy, and we're talking about him, to him, and what's up with the gathering of the Juggalos and him. So anyway, I scrolled through this guy's fucking timeline, and look, I'm gonna say some things that could be perceived perhaps right now negatively, but Justin very clearly knows that we've had a conversation. I have no malice forthright with my words.
Ha 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 ha, he's never gonna make it.
Well, maybe he might, man. Listen to all this shit. I guess this is really what's happening, this guy. Okay, so, Justin messaged me. He was asking me some very polite, very appropriate, easy to answer questions about the gathering of the Juggalos, and specifically like a ride share, like me helping him get there. And, I just was like explaining to him
There's
that
always next year.
Okay, so I was explaining to him that like, once again, just to reiterate, because of the times that we live in, I already spoke with Some Young Guy, and I'm sure I will address this later, okay? So he messaged me, and I'm just like, look, bro, I don't want to be anybody's fucking, like, backup plan, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to roll with me, that's probably okay. I need, like, to know that you're committed to going, and the best way to show me that you're committed is at least get an admission ticket, which first he says he has to get his passport first, which in Canada is like $160, I think, for like a 5-year passport. Those numbers could be slightly off. Maybe $120 for a 5-year.
Smuggle him into the gathering.
Blake's face is a ride share. What's up, Jason? Smuggle him into the gathering in the storage compartment in the camper. Well, I've told a story about smuggling people into the gathering unsuccessfully in the past. My last Thornville spot in 2016. So anyway, so Justin hits me up. I guess I can turn this way. So Justin hits me up. He's asking me questions about rideshare, basically, is like the core of the conversation. And I'm just like, look, I'll hook you up with a ride probably. I don't think that should be a big deal. But, like, you need a ticket. And then I went and I'm looking on his Facebook. I know I talk in circles, you guys. I don't care. I went and I looked on the fucking guy's Facebook. And to me, I already did all this on the vlog. But to me, he was just, like, being, like, my perception of his interpretation of the gathering, right, was that he didn't really care about it in the same way that I care about it, and that caused me internal conflict, which had me like high as fuck, at 7:30 in the morning, the day after 420. That wasn't yelling. I watched the video. It wasn't that inappropriate, really inappropriate at all. But, you know, I'm just like basically yelling about this guy and how he's playing it off.
It's a gateway drug, though.
$140 is the cost of the passport with the picture. Sweet. I need a drink of this water.
It's like he wants to go, just not passionate about I.
Yeah, that's exactly how it feels, Spooky. Like, at the time, because I'm gonna carry on to the more positive side of things, like the other private conversations he and I shared. But focusing on the negative, the beginning of it at first, that's exactly right. Like, he wants to go, but he didn't seem very passionate about it. Like, the way that he was posting on his social media was as if, like, yeah, not lazy, right? If you watch the vlog, like, I don't care, whatever. But after sharing a few private conversations with him, like, he said some shit to me in a private conversation where he's just like, oh, I got faith that it's all gonna fucking, like, work out for me. And that fucked me up, because I'm just like, I was like, no, faith will not work for this. Like, you have to develop a plan of action and execute it. And that's exactly how that shit went down. Like, you know, I just told him exactly what's up. And then, like, he was like, he went on, okay, so I'm gonna put myself on blast, I guess. Like, he went on to tell me about, like, borrowing a tent, and I was like, no, you have to buy a tent, you know what I mean? But the truth is, if you got a homie with a tent and he's willing to lend it to you, that's actually a good idea, because it saves your overhead. And maybe the gathering of the juggalos, I keep telling this guy, Justin, some young guy, I'm passionate about it. I'm putting every single penny I get the next 3 months towards it. I'm upon a game system if necessary. Lazy, says Scott Curry. It's just funny to say it that way. Lazy mother, lazy.
Eclipse, if you can't be a decent human, get the fuck out of here.
I missed the Eclipse thing. He said, oh, terrible things. Thanks, Lee, for being on it, or whoever took care of it.
900 seconds.
Okay, so, okay, so Justin hits me up. He's asking me questions about the gathering. I'm telling him, buy a brand new tent. Don't be lazy. Get your shit together. Do it right. And he's like, you know, I'm broke as fuck. I'm collecting this fucking government thing and blah, blah, blah. And so anyway, you know, looking at it, here's me putting myself on blast, okay? So what happened was, he's all like, I need a tent. Can anybody get me a free tent? And I'm like, no, buy a fucking tent. But hear me, okay? Hear me. This guy just wants to borrow a free fucking tent from anybody to sleep on the fucking ground just so he can gather, because he wants to gather so fucking bad. You know what I mean? What did I do for my first gathering? I said, guess what? In 2013, that probably would have been like the first year that I could have afforded to gather, but I couldn't meet specific materialistic goals that I put on myself. And since I couldn't meet those standards, I didn't fucking go in 2013. There's always next year. I went next year. Next year, I was barely ready to go. And like for 2014 when I went, I absolutely borrowed the money to buy the camper out there that you guys know about the camper. I borrowed money for that, all that money, and then all the money that I had saved up to go to the gathering. I got the trailer. I didn't even own a vehicle yet. I had to borrow my dad's truck to pull my camper to Ohio that year. And I didn't have a vehicle when I bought the camper. Totally put the cart before the horse, literally. And so, but I was like, my dad's going to give me his truck. Like, I just relied on it, like, on an assumption. So, all the money that I had personally saved up to go to the gathering in 2014, I ended up having to buy a vehicle and put new brakes on that vehicle so that my dad would have something to drive when I was out of fucking town for the week with his truck. So I borrowed money for the camper. I borrowed my dad's truck. I spent all my gathering funds to go to Ohio. So I literally had to borrow my vacation money, attending the gathering, all my gas money, all my food, literally everything, literally every single thing. I had no money when I left Essex in 2014. All I had was the camper and my dad's truck. So for me to sit here, or whatever, a couple days ago, whatever, for me to sit here and be like talking shit to this fucking guy that's claiming he's broke ass right now, like, I don't have a problem doing that because everything that I just said. It's like, I'm like, yo, dog.
Looking at Hemi's situation in a new light.
And, yeah, that's right. And I'm just like, yo, dog. I'm like, listen, man, like, buy a fucking tent. What I'm doing with this opinion that I'm forcing is implying that be ready. Like, be fucking ready to the best of your capability. Learn from, like, my mistake. I mean, I went to the gathering and I fucking bawled the fuck out. You know what I mean? I bawled out. But I had to, again, borrow all that fucking money. So that means I had to pay all that fucking money back. And that means my gathering of the Juggalos in 2014, like, I was paying that back slowly, lazily I was paying it back. And like, even when I went to the gathering in 2015, I was still paying off the debt from the gathering in 2014. You know what I mean? But, you know, maybe Justin's not me. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, without applying some type of, intangible hierarchy to this, I'm just like so hardcore juggalo nowadays that, like, going to the gathering is my real life. Like, you know, like, the first gathering I went to was in 2014, and when I went to that gathering, it changed my whole life. Like, I fucking quadrupled down on I was always a juggalo. Always a fucking juggalo. But when I went into the gathering 2014, like, I went to Hollow Wicket. I've been a juggalo since 97. Again, no hierarchy. This is just me.
Hoop hoop.
Whoop whoop. I was fucking down just after Malenko dropped in 97. I live in Windsor, Ontario. I didn't even realize where Detroit was my entire fucking life. I never realized that it was only like a fucking half an hour away. That was mad easy to go. And then once I did determine that, I was a broke-ass fucking scrub as a teenager. I had no money, and nobody else was a juggalo that would take me over there to go to a fucking show. Blah, 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 blah. Down in 97, I didn't get to be at my first Insane Clown Posse show until Hollow Wicked 2013, bro. 2013. That was after the MNE split and shit. You know what I'm saying? And, like, when I went to that show, depressed as fuck. I didn't want to be a juggalo anymore. I finally, at whatever age I was in 2014, 30, 31, I guess, I finally realized that with the split of Twisted and Insane Clown Posse from the Psychopathic Records label, that, like, that's when I really, like, focused at being a juggalo and was like, yo, this is just a buzzword. Like, family is just a buzzword, like a trademark of the fucking corporation. And I never ever, like, looked at it that way before, or never really necessarily wanted to think about it that way. I was juggalo fucking family, and I was feeling, like, mad depressed because of the split in, like, 2012. And I still didn't get to my first, or whenever it was. And I just said, I didn't get to my first clown show until 2013. And when I went to that clown show, I was like, alright, they may have split, and I may have come to this fucking conclusion that family is just a trademark of the Psychopathic Records Corporation. I can't encompass that. Like, I have to separate Juggalo Family from Insane Clown Posse and Psychopathic Records. They're two separate entities now. And, like, family is, like, more descriptive of my friends and shit. Anyway, so, regardless of that, when I went to that first clown show in 2013, Hallowicked, that changed it. I was like, okay, I actually love going to Insane Clown Posse shows now. And they're right here. I can go here with anybody, anytime. And then I went to the Gathering of the Juggalos in 2014. Hold on a sec.
I get $481 a month after rent is paid, and every bit of it is going to this.
Fuck yeah, that's gonna be sick. I wonder if people are talking to you in the chat while I'm fucking rambling, because I haven't been paying attention to the chat. So anyway, so I did all that I just said, and I went to that clown show in 2013, and I was like, yeah, dude, this is fucking dope. My first, of course, right? So then, though, I don't know if I went to any, I think I might have went to a Juggalo Day. I don't know. I can't remember. But it doesn't matter. What is important is that in 2014, I went to my first Gathering of the Juggalos. And I went to that show, dude, and, like, I went there, and what did I see? I saw every single fucking race of human being. Every race of human being. It was a diverse, eclectic medley of human beings that were at this fucking festival. And all of them, all ages, all creeds, all different, I don't know, religions I can't comment on, but we all know Juggalo family, diverse, blah, blah, blah. But it was very, very much the truth. Like, I seen it. I seen it with my own fucking eyes, bro. And I remember just going there, and, like, I was going through this time in my life before I started vlogging where I was just like, my hair is brown, and I'm just a little bit younger than I am now, not much, and I'm just thinking to myself, what do I want to do with my life? Like, now that this Juggalo shit separated and I feel defeated, like, do I really want to be a Juggalo? Separating family from the record label has really divided me, and I don't know what to do now. I went to the Gathering of the Juggalos. That all was shed. That all shed away. All of it. I just seen everybody, like, this is important to me, you know what I mean? Like, it sounds silly, but it's the visual aspect that stimulates the thought process. Everybody was there, man. They were all just dressed up, loked out, faded. Everybody had their fucking hair designs the way that they wanted them. And, like, I always wanted that. Like, I always wanted to do my hair like this, always, and I never did, because I always had these preconceptions that I need to start getting. Now that I'm getting a little bit older, I need to make the decision to fit into a more normal peg in society, and that's what I was like. I was battling that internally so much. Okay, redundantly, as soon as I went to the Gathering of the Juggalos in 2014, all of that changed. I threw all those preconceived notions that I had about, I think I need to fit into a more normal peg in society, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Gone. I ended up fucking going home from the Gathering, changed life completely, reinvigorated. I'm saying all these Juggalos, man, they all do what they want to do. They're real fucking Juggalos. Like, in my crew, I'm the fucking Juggalo, you know what I'm saying? And when I went to the Gathering in 2014, bro, I felt like such a fucking whack fucking bitch. For real, dude. Anyway, it changed my life. Now I don't have that anymore. I shed all that. That part of my ego is gone. Now I do embrace being a Juggalo, and I am who I want to be. And I feel like I'm getting off topic from some young guy, but I'm sure I'm going to get back onto that in a minute. And all I'm saying is, like, the Gathering changed my life for the better. And when I came, this is the wrap-up of this thought. I came home from the Gathering of the Juggalos. I started watching some YouTube videos of people that were doing things that I found interesting, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna message them. And I was like, you got a camera, it's a piece of shit, but you got it. You got a computer, it's a piece of shit, but you got it. You have the capability to put something out there that people can see, and that's what you need to do. Because my entire life leading up to this life-changing moment at the Gathering of the Juggalos, I remember the moment. It was nothing in particular. It was like probably early evening. The sun was just setting. and I walked out of my fucking camper, and I just looked out over the main stage area, all the gravel area in front of main stage at Thornville, and I just saw these juggalos, and I was just like, everybody looked like incredible, and I was like, that was the turning point for me.
Roach Bong not boys anymore?
I just hung out with Roach Bong at the 420 thing on Friday. We don't get the opportunity to hang out as often as I'd like to.
Way too many lows, and let's trying to help him get there.
So anyway, in 2014, I borrowed everything to get to the gathering of the Juggalos. And it changed my life. Not borrowing shit, going to the fucking event. And, you know, like I just said, then I came home, I started watching the people that I was kind of admiring online and, like, looking at local YouTubers and shit. And I'm not gonna fucking get into it, but, you know, I ended up meeting a couple, as some of you are definitely aware. And I went out there and started making videos with those guys, and like, he inspired me to fucking pick up the camera. He's like, you just do it. Like, if you want to do it, you just have to do it. I went to the gathering in July, or August, I think it was July 2014, and then I met that guy like in September 2014, and then that's when I started getting all my shit together to start fucking vlogging, you know what I'm saying? And then I never looked back. I always wanted to make videos. And I always felt weird. Oh, people are gonna judge me, people this, other people that. My opinion isn't as important, you know? No, man. If you build it, they will come. You know what I mean? Like, I've been doing this for about 5 years. I got 1,000 subscribers, but the subscribers that I have are fucking good. Like, I'm turning around a 10% plus view rate on every video in correlation to my subscriber count, and I think that that's fantastic. Anyway, that's definitely off topic, but I'm saying now, okay? The gathering of the Juggalos changed my life for the better. And I keep promising Justin or what, some young guy, whatever, Justin, right? I keep promising him, I'm like, if you go, it will change your life. And that's full circle to whatever I started me saying this. Don't go buy a fucking tent. Borrow one. Maybe the gathering of the Juggalos will change your life for the negative. And you'll never ever want to go again. And then you'll be like, well, thank fuck I didn't fucking spend all this money on buying a tent and blah, 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 and this and that. The biggest fucking thing, you know, would be the passport that you would potentially never use again if you never went to the States. So borrow a tent. Borrow a tent. I told you that in a private conversation. If you borrow a tent, though, make sure you set that shit up and sleep in it for at least one fucking night. Because, you know, you don't want to get to the gathering and set it up, it's missing a pole, or a pole is broken, or you're fucked in the fucking beating sun trying to figure it out. That's preparedness. Okay. That's the... Okay. We're a Juggalo family, that's all I know. Yeah. I'm a hardcore Juggalo, like, the Juggalo family... in 2014, I made that separation, and... I believe in Juggalo family now. Juggalo family is the real deal, like... Juggalo family is the real deal because they're friends, and it's fun to fucking call your friends family because that's what it is, you know what I mean? You're just tight with those people, and you don't have bad times with a lot of those people. Your Juggalo family that isn't close to you is real Juggalo family because, like, you know, as far as it goes, because you don't get to see them. So when you do see them, y'all fucking put down. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. I could get more into it, but why bother? I'm gonna rip another dab. Nobody said anything for a minute in the chat. That's been throwing me off. So yeah, I mean, you know, did I go anywhere with the story that I just said? The gathering of the Juggalos changed my life, and I told Justin that if he goes, it's going to change his life too. And if he can make it as cheap as he can to go, then he should. My forceful statements about no, buy a tent, be more prepared. That's just me offering great advice. Buy a fucking tent, you know? I mean, I know you've already talked about it. I'm probably beating a fucking dead horse right here by saying the tent. Because, okay, so now moving forward, this guy's talking about it. This guy's like, I'm talking to one person, I'm talking to another person about rides, I'm talking to you, Blake, about getting a ride to Ohio, and I'm talking about saving money and getting my passport, and this and that, and all the other things. You know, you were saying you got $481 coming at you. You should take that fucking pile of cash, get your passport, and get an admission ticket right away. Because like I was saying in the vlog the other day, on Monday, getting the ticket will make it fucking real. You know what I mean? You're gonna be like, oh, I got this $200 ticket in my hand, and I can't fucking use it? No. You have the ticket in your hand, you're gonna do everything that you can to make sure that you follow through, you know, with it. I maxed out a fucking credit card for the Gathering of the Juggalos in 2015, I think, also. And I have a debt for that one as well. Is nobody talking in the chat? Can one person just say one? I feel like it's broken. Anyway. So yeah, man. I did that fucking 37 minutes on fucking talking about this. I guess I got introspective, though, about me and my life changing. I like telling that story occasionally, because it really just doubles down on the memories, you know? Okay, I'm going to let my voice rest for a minute while I do a dab. Please excuse the silence. Oh, I got the truck cap. Can we talk about the truck cap now? Can we do that? Okay, well, nobody stimulated any conversation while I was doing that dab, so I guess I'll just talk about myself some more. Are people chatting, though? Like, I feel like people aren't chatting. Okay, golf cart update. The money for the golf cart, I ended up getting, like, okay, I want the golf cart. It's a high priority to me, but I do have other real life things that I need to fucking make sure are not falling apart. So I had to throw some money at my parents. I had to throw some cash at my parents because the chat sucks. Why? Why does the chat suck? So, Lee's just telling me that the chat sucks right now, so I'm just going to carry on with the show, I guess. I apologize if nobody's chatting. I'm going to get some information from him now. I had to throw some money at my parents while my dad is away at the fucking rehabilitation center. I can give an update about my dad. So, like, you know, what am I going to do? Drive around the fucking Gathering of the Juggalos all week, or make sure that my fucking parents are good to go? So I had to throw some money at my parents. The chat is locked. What? Is it worth Is it worth going offline and then can I fix it? Okay, so, I'm just a little distracted by the chat being down right now, but anyway, I'm going to carry on with the show. I threw some money at my parents, and now I'm just waiting to build up some money again for the golf cart. Will I have a golf cart for the Gathering of the Juggalos 2018? Well, the answer is, I think that I know the answer, but all I'm going to tell you is keep watching the videos to find out, because it's definitely going to be exciting for everybody when I surprise them with that information. Fuck with the controller, maybe. Sorry for the silence. I want to make a good show. I got 20 minutes left. Says that my stream is just okay. Oh, well, I just threw a message in the chat and now a bunch of chats came up. So I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so my dad is out in that rehab, and I've barely went to see him. I've seen him like once or twice since he's been out there. That's bad. I seen him once after his surgery, and I seen him once last weekend, and then I was going to go visit him on Saturday, but, I mean, I was going to go visit him on Sunday, but I got the message about the truck cap. Come on, man. My dad's not sick right now. He just needs muscle rehabilitation. So I fucking made the decision to not go visit my dad on Sunday, and instead I went and got the fucking truck cap. The truck cap looks fucking dope, dude. So this isn't working. Okay, well, I can see the chat here, so I'm just going to glance back every so often and check out the chat, okay? I guess nobody probably even fucking watches this video anyway. So my dad's doing all right, and I didn't go see him. I went and got the truck cap instead. Truck cap looks sick as fuck, dude, honestly. And I ended up securing some Swiss cheese wheels. Google search Dodge Swiss cheese wheel. You'll know what you're looking at. I got the 4 lugs, not the 5 lugs. And I'll take some pictures of those as soon as I can. They're just locked up in the shed. Not here. So my dad's doing all right. My mom, when I should have went and visited him on Sunday, my mom and dad got together. They went out for a fancy fish dinner. And they ate fish, and then, and that was it. They didn't really do much else. They went for milkshakes. They just ate food. So the car's dope. My dad's dope. The Gathering of the Juggalos changed my life. The truck cab. Yeah, the topper for the Rampage. Go to a concert where you know they're going to throw bottles and sue if you get hit. Bitches need money bad. That's a crazy thing. New paint for the car. Well, okay, so for the car, I've said it a bunch of times. We got to pull the engine out of the car out here, the black car out here in the driveway. Pull it apart, clean it, hone it if it needs to be, put it back into the black car. And the whole fucking rear quarter panel needs to be cut out of the car and replaced with one from the red car. So I don't know. Oh, okay, so here's something though. I'm gonna glance back at the chat for opinions because I want to know what you guys think. And I'm thinking like, what should I do? When I went and visited my dad at the retirement place, at the rehab facility a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago. There was that 84 Rampage in the fucking parking lot. I know if you watch the videos, you know. And so, somebody, I can't remember who right now, suggested in the comments that I should take a card and write "for sale" with a question mark and put my phone number on it. Bro, if that car was for sale, I should buy it. But if I bought that car, or any good running Rampage for around $2,000, I have no golf cart fund. So what should I do? Should I buy, if I had the opportunity to, should I buy a Rampage that runs? And I can just fucking put it on the road right now? Or do I buy the golf cart for the gathering? They're both so tempting. I kind of want the golf cart because I have 2 Rampages right now. Excuse me. But the idea of driving one right now sounds so sweet. I just got to get the work done on this one. I got to be less patient. Or more patient, excuse me. Blake is slimming. I highly doubt that. You look thinner today. No, I'm definitely not. I'm fucking huge. As always. It does look good with the topper. The car does look fucking sick. Jimmy Garcia says Tobey Maguire sucks. Fuck you, Jimmy. You know what the fuck's going on. Listen, hold on a second, okay? Golf cart all day, golf cart, fix up the black one, golf cart, pop some tags. Pop some guns. Boom. Hey, what's up, Chronic Clown? Fuck you, Jimmy. Don't say that shit here, man. Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man, hands down. The third one with the sand guy and Venom, like, that one wasn't that good. It was, like, a bit much. What's Eric Foreman's real name? The actor who portrays Eric Foreman. Fuck, he's got some weird name that I can't remember at this time. Anyway, the actor who portrayed Venom, right? He was Venom, or he had some of the black shit. I don't know. The third one fucking sucked, okay? But the first two Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans are the best Spider-Mans. So good, in fact, that I've never even fucking wasted a second of my life watching another fucking Spider-Man movie since the Tobey Maguire series. Fuck that. There's no reason to. Golf cart, golf cart, golf cart. Topher Grace, right? Yeah. Thanks, Lee. You have 2 Rampages. Get the golf cart. New Spider-Man's the best. No, it's not. Well, I can't say that because I never seen it, but uneducated opinion says I don't give a fuck. It's not Toby. He doesn't do any of that. I watched the train scene the other day. Yesterday or today, whenever fucking Jimmy was talking shit about fucking Tobey Maguire, and I posted the link in the Facebook fucking thread about it, and he's got his feet out, and he makes a face like this, and it's all acting, and he's like, the train's pulling in, and he's got all his spider webs, and his mask is off, and then the kids come up to him at the very end of the scene, and they're like, oh, we found this, and they hand him his mask, and then the other little chubby kid, he's like, don't worry, we won't tell anybody. And then there was an old man, if you watch the scene, there's an old man in the upper fucking, I'm looking at the TV, he's in the upper right of the fucking screen, and he just goes like this. Everybody's like, it's good to have you back, Spider-Man, and you know why? Because they know that it's good to have the real Tobey Maguire Spider-Man back. Those people, those extras in the fucking Spider-Man movie, they weren't in the other Spider-Man movies. I guarantee it, okay? Because they know that it was fucking pointless to even bother to want to get paid to fucking be an extra in a fucking shitty Spider-Man movie that's post fucking Tobey Maguire. You can't change my mind, man. I'm gonna watch the Spider-Man movies at work tonight now. Lee says Toby's lame. Lee, you're fucking lame. Emo Spider-Man cried too much. It was a really ridiculous fucking over the top. It was awesome. It was fucking awesome, man. Jimmy Garcia says he's best for crying. Well, maybe. It definitely, that emo Spider-Man definitely captured the times. You know what I mean? Remember when, in the first one, his fucking, he had, like, premature spider jack, and it was on the fucking, on the, lunch tray, and he ran out of the thing, and it was, like, dragging with him, and he was all impressed with himself when the bully was fucking going to throw a punch at him, and Toby was like, he was, like, so mad impressed that he could dodge the thing, that he fucked that bully up, and then he skedaddled. Because Toby, he was just coming to, like, terms with it, you know what I mean? Once he got it down, there's no point in fucking... Look, there's no point in arguing that there was any other fucking better Spider-Man, because there wasn't, okay? But, even though I'm talking high regard for Toby, the best Batman... and the best superhero ever, okay, was Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton's portrayal of Batman, he's the best Batman. Some of the other Batmans were pretty, like, I don't know, the Clooney Batman, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I never watched the Heath Ledger Batman, I never watched that. I don't give a fuck about it. But Batman is the best superhero. He's just a regular fucking guy. Like, he's got money, you know what I'm saying? But he's just a regular dude. Like, everybody else has a superpower. They're all fucking, like, mutants or bitten by a spider, for example. It's bullshit. Batman's the real deal. In the hierarchy of superheroes, Batman and Spider-Man. It's the two. It's the best ones. They're the best superheroes. Blake has a man crush on Toby. No, I don't. No, I don't. Told you that in confidence. He wants Toby's premature spider ejaculation. Blake and Toby sitting in a tree. Beetlejuice is not a superhero, but he's definitely a front runner for best Michael Keaton characters. Do you guys enjoy Multiplicity? Hi, Steve. Hey, he puts the pizza in the wallet. I love Ally McDowell or whatever the fuck her fucking name is. That was a good movie. It was an okay movie. When they had to do the camera work where he's like, you don't sleep with my wife! Hey, he had the tattoo. Michael Keaton rocks. Heath Ledger, best Joker ever. Okay, we can finally agree Keaton is the best. Keaton is the best Batman. I wish that he would reprise the role. Probably wouldn't be that good now. Isn't there like a I don't pay attention to a lot of superhero shit, but isn't there an animated series, or maybe more correctly, a comic book that follows Batman in the future? When, like, Batman is, like, old as fuck, and there's, like, a bunch of fucking baddies running around, big time. That would be sick, eh? If Keaton played the old man Batman, that would be dope as fuck. I got a dab on here. I'll smoke it. Got about 5 minutes left of the show here. Ooh, 10 minutes left of the show. Yay! I never had the chat break down on me like this before. I hope this is not going to be a reoccurring thing. Usually when I stream, YouTube says the health of my stream is good. But today, when I started streaming, I was streaming Tiffany. on YouTube, and I've only had health marked as okay for the entire stream. I wonder if that has something to do with it. Hopefully not. Or hopefully so. Hopefully so. Because then it sounds like it will correct itself later. So I'm just going to rest my voice again here for a second. Thank you. I'll rip this dab and look at the chat. The Hulk is the best Avenger, so he's also the best superhero. Hulk is alright. Michael Keaton was best Batman, but The Dark Knight was the best superhero movie of all time. I don't know. Is The Dark Knight, is that the Heath Ledger Joker series? That's how much I don't fucking know about it. I bet Iceman had something to do with it. Iceman talking as much tonight as usual. Clown Love, Jimmy, we're all good, homie. Whoop, whoop. Am I gonna see you, Jimmy, at the gathering this year? Because as it stands right now, I went to Slam Fest in April, and I don't see any fucking Michigan shows popping off in May now because of Dark Carnival Games Convention. So, leading up to June, maybe I'll get a clown show in June. Hopefully, before we get to go to the gathering in July, but man, I 17'd so fucking hard last year. I'm fiending for a fucking clown show, man. I had to wait from January until April. From December 23rd to April 1st. That sucked. And now I feel like I might not get one until July 18th. Also, suck. Darkwing Duck. I never really got into Darkwing Duck. I never got into Darkwing Duck. Remember Tailspin? People don't talk a lot about Tailspin. I don't remember a lot of it. I remember Kit Cloud Kicker. And Baloo. He flew the plane. And then there was that one chick that was like a squirrel or some shit. I don't fucking care. And, I don't know. This is the first mind blank I've had in a minute. I think I'm a little bit hyper lit. Let me look at the chat again for... I'm going to the USA in February 2020. Hopefully there's a clown show. Where are you going into the USA in 2020? Michigan? Papa Froggy Fresh announced a bunch of new shows. Oh yeah? I'll have to check it out. I would definitely go to another Froggy Fresh show. I would probably pay VIP just to talk to him, because whatever. It's pretty cheap. Tailspin was good. Bam Bam. I'm really lit all of a sudden. 3 dabs will do ya. I keep pressuring my homie to bring the black car to his house, and he keeps consenting that it sounds like it's a good idea. We have yet to do it. Perhaps this weekend. I don't know when. But, oh. So this weekend, we're going to take the Argo to Pesh Island. We're going to dangerously float across the water, the Detroit River, out to fucking Pesh Island, and we're gonna Argo all day, have a barbecue. So Saturday's gonna be a fun day. I'd like to see if I can do that 1 hour thing with my phone. That shit is sick. I want to explore that more. I just need a full charge on the phone. Anywhere, hopefully getting married in Vegas. What? You're doing great. Oh, thanks, Jimmy. Thanks. Kim Possible. I never watched a lot of Kim Possible. Who's like... I don't know. I watched a lot of crazy shit. A lot of crazy shit. Remember back in the day when I used to stay up real late, high on fucking drugs? And I used to watch that show that was, it was like a real live action show. Something Castle. Not Eureka's Castle. Maybe not even Castle. But it had the doll, the rag doll. And she had super long arms. And the Nutcracker. And the Asian girl who was a fucking something. I can't remember. And she, and they all danced. They were all like ballerinas and shit. I used to watch that show so fucking lit, man. Like, late at night, it would come on Treehouse at like 2 o'clock in the morning or some shit. Just dumbass fucking stupid dumb shit. Have a good night. Peace out, Brooklyn Menace. Is there actually 23 viewers right now? Is the viewer count fucking updating? I bet it's not. It's probably not. What's up, Bam Bam? The show's over, bud. It's actually time to leave right now. I'm gonna play the outro music, actually. So, I'm probably not going to look at the chat anymore as the outro music plays, so thank you very much to everybody who came out and watched the show tonight. Again, I don't understand what happened with the chat. Hopefully that's not something that is going to be persistent going forward. I'm going to have a sick weekend to film some dope shit in the fucking Argo, so the vlog will be cool on Monday. Springtime is like pretty much officially here now, so... The camper's going to get open in the month of May for the No Effects show that I'm going to in June. And thanks for listening to me talk about some young guy. I didn't really see him in the chat, so maybe he left. But if you want to go to the gathering, you know, do it as financially feasible as you can. Everybody's always in debt. Everybody always has debt. So don't worry about a small $600 or $700 debt for a vacation. If you're broke as fuck, you probably need a fucking vacation. Anyway, whatever, man. I'm fucking super lit. Thanks for watching this episode of Positive Vibes. Stay tuned for an all-new episode of Positive Vibes next Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully the Iceman will be right here joining me. And that will be cool if he does that, because we love him. And we'll get him to talk about raising some funds for the Iceman Gathering Fund. He's still at $40 as far as it's concerned on the chart. And some other people verbally said that they wanted to donate some cash. That would put him just over $100. So we'll talk about all that stuff next week when he's around. Thanks to everybody in the chat and to the people that gave me notifications about shit falling apart earlier. And that's it. I gotta go. I'll talk to y'all next week, right? Whoop whoop.